Hold on. Intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. What's going on, main characters? It's your boy Talks Too Much with Third Party Studios. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about Jason Momoa returning to the DC universe as Lobo in James Gunn's upcoming projects. We have a lot to get into today, so before we do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new, share the video out there, smash the like button, and check out the merch store with the link in the description. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, let's jump into the first story. So, what do you guys feel? Okay, so the first story is Jason Momoa has been announced as playing Lobo in the he's playing Lobo in the new James Gunn DC projects. For people who don't know who that is, I feel like we just got to point to a couple of examples. Lobo basically plays this DC Dog the Bounty Hunter-esque space bounty hunter inside of the DC universe. He's from time to time he'll show up in certain projects and then just be like a one episode character, especially like the DC animated film or the DC animated series, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I think he showed up like twice, maybe 3 times. It was a very small amount of appearances, but
running out of characters to make about.
Well, Lobo is iconic. He has his own comic runs, so like he has his own like stories in the DC universe. And he's a
badass that can go up against Superman. So that's probably why they're bringing him in.
Yeah, you got Lobo
the Duck. That's the one I want.
Lobo the Duck. Planks, this is like watching a kid with Downs try to whistle. You son of a bitch. I know. Colton's hard, but we try. We did our best. It's Colton. You're the one who's the problem. No, Lobo's a very famous DC character, but you know, it's kind of like when they were first starting off with the Marvel universe, you were pulling in a bunch of not frontliners, right? Like you'd make the argument that the Avengers lineup we have today was, I mean, you obviously had
they were all like B and C characters.
Exactly.
And they made them into A characters.
Exactly. So it's like Lobo is not gonna. I'd be very surprised if James Gunn goes, Lobo's gonna be very consistently in this project. That would blow me away. I'd be honestly impressed if he can tell a good story around it, but I don't get the sense that he's really supposed to be a forefront character for it. I mean, there's some drama around Jason Momoa.
I mean, yeah, who knows with the James Gunn universe?
Yeah, a lot of...
Yeah, originally he wasn't going to use anyone from DC previously, except for his own projects like Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, we'll bring in Jason.
Well, I mean, okay, do you like Jason Momoa? I mean...
yeah, I like him. He's a good pick for Lobo. It's just James
Are you K?
Like,
Are you K? Are you Colton?
I'm good.
Are you Colton?
What?
Excuse you. I was talking to Colton. I wanted his opinion. Your opinion can wait. You sit the fuck down.
All right, I'll just stop my rant.
No, I'm kidding. Please go ahead, Cody.
It's too late. Colton, please continue.
I don't have an opinion. I'm just...
Seriously?
I like him. He's fine.
Well, I mean, did you watch anything he's in?
Yeah. I liked it all.
I
don't know.
Deep take.
Yep.
Deep take.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
There's more where that came from.
I'm looking forward to it. Cody, you were talking about Jason Momoa and like DC, like James Gunn and the story that we were talking about.
Well, bringing Jason Momoa in, he's just like backtracking on previous statements. You can't really take anything James Gunn says seriously. You have to take everything with a grain of salt. Like he said, The Flash was the best superhero movie he's ever seen. He's been lying about shit this entire time. So
true.
I don't know. It's the DCU's up in the air, and it's just kind of whatever at this point.
Well, I mean, like you're right about the Jason Momoa thing. So like a lot of people were really petitioning hard when James Gunn was announced for Henry Cavill to remain Superman. And like James Gunn's on X, and he's like, he makes it pretty clear Henry Cavill has been invited to no longer be a part of Superman's story, and they're going to be recasting him. Like he was very clear about Henry Cavill's position in it, and I got the sense he was pretty clear about Jason Momoa too. So yeah, this seems like a pretty deep backtrack.
I get that like Jason Momoa will be playing a different character, so it's not going to get confused with the old DCU. And if you bring Henry Cavill in as Superman again, I could get where the confusion might lie.
I can too.
With normal ass people like Colton.
Well,
That's me.
like, oh, Jason Momoa, here, take my money.
I don't love him that
I
much.
can't wait for Minecraft.
I can't wait for Minecraft. Yeah, that would be great. I think Jason Momoa is a good casting choice for this. I do. I think Jason Momoa could probably do this really well. I was not unimpressed with his Aquaman performance. I thought his Aquaman was really good. I hated the Aquaman story, but like I didn't like those movies. But I didn't think Jason Momoa was the problem at all. I thought it was like
It was too jokey for my taste.
it was too jokey. Yeah, agreed. It was just
Especially the second one. I think he gets piss in his mouth like 3 separate times or something.
yeah, it's not great. It's
I watched the first one. Hate it.
First one was dumb fun.
yeah, the first one was done. Cold's deep throating his microphone out. I point to your microphone. I'm like, just talking to your microphone.
That thing, man.
Yeah, just talking to the microphone. And he's like this. You son of a bitch. But yeah, Jason
You can hear your tonsils moving.
You're welcome.
Jason Momoa as Lobo, I think could be super fun. I mean, who else would they do? Like, I'm trying to think of like other DC characters that I actually care about. Constantine is probably the only one that matters to me to pull off correctly. And I mean, I think there were rumors about
Dick. You want a good dick.
What? What? What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Grayson.
Oh, Dick Grayson. Yeah, we need a great Dick. We need a mature, amazing, phenomenal Dick Grayson.
Well toned.
Yeah. Well, long at the front. But I'd say Constantine is probably the character I care most about, especially because they were already talking about doing a reboot of Keanu Reeves' Constantine. I'll say I don't want.
That's the one Keanu wants to play the most. Like, if he can go back to any of his characters, he wants to do Constantine again.
I don't think Keanu Reeves could do it. Okay, let me just say, Keanu Reeves, great actor. I love him. I have not hated a single thing he's in. I think he seems like an awesome person. It's kind of one of those don't meet your heroes kind of feelings I get about him. But he seems really good. He seems really great and he's phenomenal in almost everything he does. It's just that his version of Constantine was incredibly dark, and I don't feel like we could get that from Hollywood again. And I think that if he did play Constantine, a lot of what he would do would be out of his hands. I don't think he'd have any creative control over the character. I don't think he'd be able to recreate what we saw in 2005. So I don't want it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the movie and whatnot, but we kind of do want that British sarcastic ass kind of Constantine.
Well, especially if he's going to be around for a long time. I thought Constantine's character should be the center of the DC universe because it's the most balanced character in the sense of like it plays
Not
with
a fanboy at all.
Well, I challenge you to point to someone who'd be a better linchpin for the center of the DC universe, like Batman.
I'd say, no, like the face of DC, probably Superman or Batman.
Well, but they play to opposite extremes. Superman is the most powerful. Batman is just a normal human with money. You know, like they play to opposite ends of that.
Rich. That's my super.
Colton, settle this debate. Like who, like, do you think it should be Batman or Superman as the front of like a cinematic universe? Like, do you think that's would be where the starting off point is?
I think if you ask anybody who is in DC, somebody's just anybody.
I mean, fair enough. I don't think it does well for movies. I don't think it does well.
I just had to look up Constantine.
You what?
So if you're wondering if Constantine should be the center of a specific universe, no.
The
answer about that Roman emperor?
Yeah, is that guy that we once talked about? All right. Okay. Well, what do you guys think about moving on to Star Wars? I want to talk about that.